Hello, welcome to the show. It is 420 Live with Jeff Kravitz, finally coming to you at 420. Yes, I know it's been a rough transition for me to make, but I figured I might as well come to you at the time that the show starts, or at least says so in the title. It was a little confusing for people. I get it. I'm making adjustments as I go. As you know, as most of you know, I started 420 Live. I'm your host, Jeff Kravitz, and I started this as a daily distraction for myself and my friends to come hang out at one of our favorite times of the day, since we wouldn't be able to get together in person anymore and have a place to congregate and be safe and not have to be inundated with all the bad facts that are coming at us from a million different sources out there. And there's not a lot of fresh content being made out there. A lot of people aren't interested in talking. They're locked up and, everybody's trying to do what they can. And I'm trying to do my part. And this has been my contribution. Some people might not be so kind with the wording there or charitable with the phrasing, but this is my contribution to these crazy times that we're in right now. As most of you know, I'm a photographer. I work with Getty Images. Some of my imagery is up there behind us on the wall. I'm coming to you live from my office in Santa Monica. And it's something I've been doing now. This would be day 47, because I did 46 days straight coming to you live every day at 4:10, anywhere from 40 minutes to an hour, talking to you, sometimes more. Talking to you and introducing you to some of my friends and people I've met over the years that have influenced me, that I love, and stories I'm trying to share, and just connecting with putting the pieces together, since I realized that I'm not going to be taking a picture at a major event. Even if they told me tomorrow, hey, go down and shoot this festival in Missouri or Atlanta or in Miami, I'd be like, I'm going to take the year off. I'm going to let everybody figure it out for themselves, how to deal with this pandemic. And I'm going to figure out how to deal with it myself, to keep myself and my family safe. And rule number one in the Kravitz house is don't believe anything you see on TV. We have no idea what's going on and what the real story is. So let's use this as a safe place for us to get together. So as you know, I've been going through, I'm just dealing with guests. It's a live show, so I've learned to roll with the punches over the years. I told Tom Marshall today, speaking of Tom Marshall, we are happy to be part of the Osiris family, Osiris Media family. And we are broadcasting to you for the first time over their channel today on Facebook, as well as mine. And we're going to figure out how to dial in this technology so it's working for everybody. But we're going to dial this in, and we're going to officially start our relationship on Wednesday. But it's good to iron these things out, especially when you're dealing with live TV and it's new for them. And this is a new relationship for us. You got to figure out all these different things. Anybody that's trying to do their pandemic pivot, I saw the Choir Train crew. I was hanging out with them on Saturday. They are a wonderful group over there. Jesse Lauder and Alexa, who we had on the show. Ianello, we had on the show on Friday to talk about the quarantine. And I was up there dancing in my fur and, my little antenna and stuff and having fun. And a lot of people were. And it's just, we're creating this safe space, to come to hang out with each other. And it's unique. And I appreciate all the help out there. So thanks, Tom. Thanks for having me as a part. And RJ and Nick and everybody that I'm meeting at over there at Osiris, and trying to get it all dialed in, because we will. It'll be a thing. It's coming. So I've been coming to you and bringing you different people that I've met throughout my life. Some people remember who I am and others are like, who? And a lot of people want to talk and some people don't want to talk. I just throw it out there. If I hear back, it's great. If I don't, that's fine. I totally get it. Everybody is dealing with this differently. And some people are like, yeah, let's talk. And other people are like, yeah, save that. You save that, Jeff, for next time. And, I'm no different than Jimmy Kimmel or Ellen DeGeneres, except for the obvious stuff. I'm just here trying to create a place for me to go and something for my mind to do, because the kind of photography I do, as you can see in that picture, is filled with crowds and people and other humans that are, I don't want to talk about social distance at a music festival, but let's just say not possible. I remember going to see Skrillex in Miami. I believe it was Miami one night after we were shooting something. And the crowd was so jammed in front of the stage, and the whole place is breathing and breathing and breathing. I'm breathing. Are you guys all breathing? It hasn't been easy. I went out the past couple nights for the first time in a while in my car and drove around Santa Monica, and actually went to the beach at night, because the ocean in California has the red tide. And at night, as red tide gets agitated in the surf glows like it's neon. And it's probably one of the coolest things I've ever seen. So I'm out there at night driving around in Los Angeles, and I'm just blown away by, there's nobody out, but then you go down the beach and there's other people down there watching the bioluminescence. It's amazing to be able to go out and drive around, and there's nobody out there, but there are people out there. So it's like the secret society people are out there, and there's homeless people are still out on the beaches in Venice. I mean, they're everywhere. So I'm just checking in with my guest today, and we're going to talk about him in a minute. But one of my many friends who I reached out to, and right around 420, actually, I said, I have to reach out to the Marley family. And I've known Rohan Marley for years. We met through my friend Leon, introduced us and became fast friends. And it's just unique, I mean, the legendary families, everybody's out here in LA, everybody's come out, everybody's tried it. It's many people have tried this scene, and some last forever and some don't, they move on. But they have unique lives and legendary family name. And it's just such a treat to be able to be like, hey, want to come on the show? And he's like, yes. And he's going to bring his son Nico on. So I'm waiting. He could be right prime dinner time. But I told him, let me check. I'm checking in. Part of the thing with live. When you go live, it's like you throw your life on the line. So we'll take questions from the Peanut Gallery too today, from the Marley family, and we'll see what you guys got. I know I have a lot of Rasta fans out there in the audience. Reggae has music, something I discovered in college, and it was game on. It was game on. In high school, I don't remember hearing, maybe a little bit Bob here and there. When you got to college, it was like Marley. 24/7. Anyone else? Marley fans? So we have the Marley fans here. I'm going to check in with Nico and with here. Live and waiting uncomfortably for you. We are live and waiting for you guys. Maybe send them the link. Just do the link one more time, just in case. Copy the clipboard. I'll send it to them, and there they go. Boom. You want to make it as easy as possible. Live your comments show up on StreamYard. Here we go. Here we go, folks. 420 Live. Jeff Kravitz coming to you with his pandemic pivot. Probably the most strenuous thing I've done in my life. And here he is, TUFF GONG.
Yeah. Yeah.
What up? We having dinner? Did I interrupt dinner?
I just training.
You were training, huh?
Yeah, doing some workouts a little bit.
You never stop, do you?
I can't, man. I'm trying to stay fit,
You're like the Energizer Bunny.
Just trying to make these. I play for a soccer team, so I just want to be fit for my games,
Were you a soccer player when you were a kid in Jamaica?
I always played soccer, even at Miami. I was
Oh,
always
really?
playing soccer. Yeah, I never stopped.
But then once you were like, I can tackle these guys, you were like, oh, this is way more fun.
No, at the time in Miami, soccer wasn't so big, so I was playing football and soccer, so I couldn't get a scholarship for soccer, so I got one for football. I always played soccer anyway.
I love it.
Yeah, and no matter where I am, I have to play soccer.
Yeah, with soccer, you got a great size to be
Yeah,
fast, right?
but it's not really size that soccer is more of a game where you got to be lean and light and be able to move around because you're running so much, and it's a physical game. Speaking from a like just a physical coming from a physical side, like strength, physical endurance. It's not really it's not contact sport. The only contact you're truly supposed to have is with the ball, but then you're gonna get those ankles, you get kicked, all kind of things. So yeah, man, you have to be very physically fit to play soccer and with the endurance. So it's not about the size. Size is it's not a good thing.
So how long before you started watching football, before you started playing it, like tackle?
Well, I moved to America in 1984, and I went to a little elementary school for sixth grade, and I'm outside, and my friends have bikes, so I went to elementary school for the sixth grade, and then while I was there, I'd go to what do you call it, PE, physical education.
Yeah.
And the first game I learned to play was kickball. It was an American. I never played that in Jamaica, kickball. And after kickball, they start to play flag football, and I didn't know what that was. But what was happening, and all the kids in the area was really loving Miami Dolphins because it was a year of the Duper brothers. The Mark brothers, Mark Clayton, Mark Duper. Then Dan Marino was there. You had Nat Moore. You had all these great players that I remember a lot. And they used to be, they went to the Super Bowl against San Francisco. And I started to like the team because, every Sunday or like every Monday, kids talk about the game on Sunday. So I started getting involved and, started watching the game a lot. And I learned then. And then I played 1 year of Optimus in the 8th grade. Then I was too heavy to play in the 9th grade. Then when I got to Palmetto Senior High School, I played 1 year of junior varsity at cornerback. I wanted to be a quarterback, but I just couldn't do it underneath the center thing. So, and then I played 1 year at cornerback. Then my junior year, they moved me to linebacker, and I got a full scholarship to UM from that. So yeah, that's kind of my little journey. So that's kind of how I learned football, and that was my years of progress and how long it took me to develop the skill in the game. But I really loved it because I don't like to be dominated. I like to conquer. And yeah, and then the football was a game where it's all about conquering and and lion mentality, like warrior. And it was like
We're losing him a little bit.
So I used to like the aggression about it. So
yeah, you got your aggression out.
Yeah.
You're breaking up a little bit.
Huh?
You're breaking up just a little bit.
Say again?
I said you're breaking up a little bit. Your signal.
Hold on. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I think it'll take a second. It'll dial in. Just waiting for it to catch up. There you go.
Wait, yeah, got it. I'm good now.
Let's see.
Can you hear me now?
I can hear you fine. I'm just waiting for it all to lock in. It'll lock in a second once the signal, once you're sitting down.
Should I sign in and out?
No. You're fine. You're fine. We'll make it work. We'll make it work.
One second.
How
about now?
Yeah, I think as we do it, now, the signal will lock in better. So I can see you and I can hear you.
You got me now?
Yeah. Yes. How about me?
Yeah.
You got me?
Yeah, I got you now.
I got you, Rohan. I got you.
Perfect.
So the most interesting thing about your football career that I saw was that besides being a little guy that kicked major ass, you were really, like, you were in people's shit. Like I started watching some of those footage of you playing, and it was so great. You were just like all over them. You were just like whack. And you were taking guys down bigger than me. I'm 6'4", and you were taking guys down even bigger than me.
Yeah, because for me, it wasn't a size thing. It was more like a heart thing, And I know that if I'm running at 90 miles an hour and you're going 60 miles an hour, I'm gonna win. So I used to play the game of physics.
You just cut the angle.
Angle being lower than the guy. I know, and I played leverage game. I played angles. I used to chase the guys at angles. I never chased anyone. I met them.
Right.
I met them.
You intercepted them.
I go where they're going.
Right. You figured it out.
So I meet them at that. I used to like hitting a running back, like just as he's turning upfield, like when he just thinks I hit him right there on that turn. I was trying to punish him,
Yeah, because he sees daylight.
Huh?
He sees daylight, right? He's like, I'm gonna
daylight, but there I come out of the side, just right here in the face, And back then, we played the game to knock people out. I know they don't play like that anymore. Right. I played like that. I played really. It was like a machoism thing, where I want to knock you out the game. If you're the best guy, when I hit you, you're gonna feel me. I want you to feel my presence.
How much were you weighing? Because I saw some of those pictures and you were huge.
Well, I mean, because I worked out a lot still, and I was weighing like my playing weight was like 202, 205. Not so heavy. And then the final year, because I became a vegan, and then Rastafari thing, I was weighing 198. Cause I cut out like all kind of foolishness,
Yeah.
I stopped eating certain poisonous food, and so I was very light, but I was fit. Cause I was fit, very fit. Cause I would train on the sand all the time.
So out of all the brothers, who was the best athlete, I guess?
I mean, I'm the athlete in the family, but all my brothers are athletes. I mean, my brother Ziggy I would say he's a leader when it comes on to athletics, because we learn from him. And then when it comes and I'm talking about, because I learned playing football with my brothers. That's how we learned. My brother Steven was the guy that made it possible for me to play on the school soccer team in Jamaica, because he begged the coach to give me an opportunity, And of course, Ziggy's the one that we would always play together. Like we had these games up at the house that we'd play, like we call it One Love Chip, and we put 2 chairs, and the first goal you off, So we played that all the time. And then my brother Steven and I would play headings, where we sit up, we stay in a little hallway, and we try to head the ball. And he's the goalie and I'm heading the ball, so we did that every day.
Just dialed in skills.
Yeah. So, and then my brothers, naturally, they're militant. They're militant and they're lions.
Heart's a lion.
So we just took that no, but they never. My story has never lost. My brothers, when they go on tour and they play teams all over the world, they've never lost. Never. Trust me. And I just joined that. So for me, I took that mentality into football, because one thing, I never want my brothers to see me get defeated, like, because that was the main thing. I can't, no way. So we had that mindset that we're champions, winners, and like you said, heart of a lion, So I took that into football and everything else in life, from even business. I'm the same type of person in business,
Well, a lot of the same philosophies your dad had towards life in Jamaica and the way he survived in those turbulent times too.
Life in general, because you have to be physically fit to be able to to be able to endure, even in your own mind, you know, because
Yeah, in and
you
out.
know, when you're lazy, it's hard to think, and so fitness helps you to need that. So the spiritual and then people development, and then you try you're part of that. It's in your system. So obviously you have to work in order to enhance that, and it's all those things that are part of you, and that's really the movement and what we learn, you know, and that's our father way of life.
It's a beautiful thing. So, like most people that associate cannabis users, though, usually are like, "Oh, they're so lazy." But one thing about the Marley family is you guys never sit still.
I mean, I don't know who ever said cannabis people are lazy. That's incorrect
Well, I mean, that would
because
be the way they were,
I see my dad on stage like I mean nobody works hard like my dad. Nobody works harder than my brothers. I nobody work harder than my brother. I don't care what musician who my brothers, they are in the studio 24/7.
Wow.
Workaholics. I mean, creative geniuses. I mean, they are amazing when it comes to work ethics. And myself, I try to just follow those things. And cannabis enhances the mind, enhances our thinking and our thoughts, and being able to assess something and being able to look at it from a different perspective, not just always jump at the conclusion, but being able to assess and come up with the solution. So herb is the herb for us. It's more something that we utilize to for opening up the other side of the brain. You know, to be able to just remove ourselves from the immediate. You know what I mean? It's almost like the difference is you being in New York City, right? And you don't smoke herb, and you're in traffic, and all you do on your horn all day, bram, 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 bram. But if you smoke the herb now, you're in traffic. You might say, oh, this guy. You might assess what's going on. Oh, this guy's that. That guy's that. Oh, that's happening over there. And instead of you being so anxious, you find a little calmness in yourself to be able to accept the situation and be able to know that you know what can we do. So herb is the thing that give you a realization. You know what I mean? Tells you truth. Helps you to understand the truth within the now.
But Jamaica really dropped the ball on getting into the legalization business and trying to
Well,
monetize
you can't blame Jamaica. You have to blame the people
it.
with all the money, because it's not say Jamaica just have to follow the lead of the United States. They really can't, you know what I mean, because of the debt and the responsibilities with the IMF and all the different trade agreements and the this and the that and the tariffs. They can't really just jump out and be like, oh yeah, we want to do this. They have to kind of follow. They have to kind of follow suit, you know, or
Yeah.
else, you know, the government is like, no, you're doing this, you're doing that. We're gonna ban, take away some of your immigration, take away, start threatening them, take away the money. So they really can't. So it's not really that, because we've always been first when it comes on to herb in as far as use and purpose, you know. And but the government is trying their best. You know, they've decriminalized it as Rastafari to make it now or sacrament that, you know, it's not something that you can be criminal. You won't be put in jail as how they used to treat us like criminals back in the day, and really beat the Rasta man for one spliff when he's not harming anyone. He's just a farmer that he smoked the herb and helped him to get to his farming day and blah blah blah. You know, so they have loosened up on that type of behavior where they used to just try to demeanor our character as human beings to and partaking of something that was God given. So they have eased up on that a little bit, but you can't blame them because government is government and it's a world government. It's not like they don't make all the decisions down there.
Yeah, no, I remember with George Bush in Amsterdam, he wanted to go in there and pull all the trade from Amsterdam because they had the shops and stuff back in the
There
day.
you go.
You're
There
right.
you go.
It is government
What what
control always.
what and why? All because that he knows that the trade, you know, you need the US. It's not like Amsterdam. Amsterdam is not America. How are you gonna go in Amsterdam and tell them what? No, you know what I mean. So that type of power that you have over, and that's over Jamaica. So what they can't do in Amsterdam, they can do in Jamaica, though, for sure.
What did you think the biggest changes in your dad's music over the decades? I mean, it's been 75 years we just celebrated of Bob, right?
Yeah, 75 years of birth since his birth. But when you say what's the biggest change, what do you mean?
Like, how did you ever think that it would be as worldwide known as it is now, the music, and grow into culture? And like, because it was when you were young, it was more of a much smaller scene. It wasn't like
Uh, I don't know because I know my dad had a concert in Italy where 100,000 people showed up. So I don't know how small it could be. you know, I mean, so I don't. I never thought like that. I mean, I we never really gauged the music in that way. We never. I mean, I've never experienced anything like that. My whole life, I've experienced people coming to Jamaica to see my father. I've never experienced any change. What I'm seeing now is all I've experienced. But the great thing though that I love is now the how much you can access the music, how much more you can learn about our father's upbringing and how he became who he is as a man. Those are the greatest thing, and to understand the truth that he put in his music to be who he is today and what he represent as far as a Rastafari, as far as a human being, as far as a member of the human race. So that is what is important, and the change is not really the change in the music, is really the people are changing now and becoming more earthly, becoming more conscious, understanding that it's the inside that matter and how you treat your inside. And my father's music helps to enhance that because for my own self, anytime I have a meeting, any situation I'm in, any relationship problem, any situation, I don't matter what it is, I turn on my father's music and I gain this confidence. It's like today this woman was speaking to me and she's like, I'm getting ready to sing some reggae music at the end of May, and I just need this kind of. I say, you know what? Listen to my dad's music, man, and that music will take you on your inside, and you'll realize that you have a purpose, and you have a purpose or a giver, and people are there to receive you. So you're not looking for people's approval. What you're doing is your own expression, and people want that. So that's why people are going to listen to you because of what you're saying is the truth about you and your inside, and you want to share that because that's how you share your art. You're musicians. Some people are doctors, some people are farmers, some people paint, some people, you know what I mean? So each human being have their own special talent that they need to share. And no one need to fear anyone. The guy in the subway that play for a nickel. You think he care about how you think how he's singing? No, this is what he does. So hey, if you love what I'm doing, throw $1 into my little box, and that's music, you know.
and it's spreading the love, and that's one thing your father did was spread the love and open up a lot of hearts.
Facts, facts. Yeah,
Fact.
because he didn't do music for himself. He made music so he can um, uplift the minds of brothers and sisters and humanity, and see that things weren't right over here, and how can we become more equal, and what can I tell this man from the stand up for his right? We need him to have more truth and more stability within himself.
How many of the changes that he sang about and really fought for did he end up actually seeing come forward in Jamaica? Would
I mean, listen, when you talk about politics and you talk about people, politics don't change. You know what I mean? Only time
Jamaica changed?
politics will
Has
change.
Jamaica changed though since you were a boy? I mean, do you find it
Like what
different?
you call it change? What you call it? I don't know. I mean, everybody evolve. Even a
Yeah, but
dog
are
evolves.
they more tolerant, more open? Are they more accepting? Because, like you
To
said, you
what?
for
Accepting to what? I mean, yeah, because you have to be more accepting. Because people come there, they weren't before when Rastafari was in the 70s and early 80s and such on. They weren't, but obviously tourism is a great part of Jamaica, and a big part of our culture is not only reggae music, but the culture and our culture is about reggae music, athletes and just people like in people, and a lot of those people are Rastafari people. So they have to open up and have to realize because Rastafari is the biggest thing to come out of Jamaica. Bob Marley. So they have to be loose. They can't be so tight.
Yeah, I agree because everybody wants to go down there and tourism. How are they dealing now with the pandemic? I know that's really got to be a shock.
Like like everyone else, man, just staying home and trying to survive through this crisis because obviously the jobs aren't there, work isn't there as normal. But what we're gonna do? We have to just go with the times and watch what happens because nobody really have any answers. You know what I mean? Nobody have the answers. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? It's just your only answers you have is for your own self. So I mean, you just got to go with what's happening and try to make it through this thing because it's tough.
You're down in Florida. How you holding up down there? Staying healthy?
But I'm good. Yeah, I'm great because I get a chance to be right here, quarantine outside. I get a chance to be near the water there, and live a little bit, and so it's much nicer than just being in an apartment building where it's a little more confined. So I'm doing much better, and it's great that I can be outside and have a beautiful, sunshiny weather in Miami, Florida here, and
Yeah.
stay quarantined.
Yes, it's a good place to be.
Yeah. So it's home base for now.
Yes, of course. I know you lived in LA, and then you lived in Ottawa for a while. How was that?
Well, I had to go there because in Ottawa I was playing for the CFL, Canadian Football League, and I went there for one season. It was great, love it, beautiful people in Ottawa. I learned a lot about the Canadians. They're Canadians have a different perspective on life than the Americans. I mean, obviously it's not as the same population, and but they're good people, nice people. They have a great healthcare system, and but the taxes are high.
Yeah, and the weather's pretty cold too.
Weather is really brutal. In certain times, there's no warm city.
That's
That
got to be
there's
kind
no
of
like there's no Miami up there in all of
yeah.
Canada.
That's what I mean. It's got to be. Well, Miami is Canada's warm city. That's what.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, there's no. But I had a great time. I love the organization Ottawa for giving me the opportunity to play the game I love. But I stopped loving it when I got to Ottawa because I didn't want to play football anymore. I was getting too spiritual and trying to find myself as a Rastafari youth and my way, and come on with something more purposeful. Because for me, football was only a self gratification. I wanted to do something that I could reach more people and I have more benefit than just to myself.
Yeah.
Create more opportunities. So I loved it, but I moved on.
So I guess you weren't much of a musician.
I mean, I'm no, you're right. But I do play a little drums. I love the drums, and I play a little guitar. But you're right. I'm not my brothers. No chance. Not even close. And I don't have the patience. But I do think that when my this entrepreneurial mindset that I have to develop and grow business and such on, and I think when I'm exhausted of like that, the next thing I want to be go through is drumming. Like just play the drums every day and play soccer every day and swim in the water.
Yeah, because well, drums is good to get your aggression out.
Yeah, exactly.
Really.
Well, not I don't have no more aggression. Just
No.
just to be more balanced. Ambidextrous. Left, right, right hand, left hand, right foot, left foot, and more balance. More brain food.
Yeah. You use the other side of your brain.
So I'm more balanced as a human being. Yeah.
So let's talk a little bit about the Marley family business because that's been your mainstay for you've been in the coffee business. You handle the
Yeah.
Tough Gong, the merch, right?
Yeah.
And
Well, for my family, my role in the family is business development, and I took that role on just because that's what I do. I bought a farm in Jamaica in 1999. The farm grew coffee. I figured that if I can grow coffee, I should be able to produce coffee because I grow coffee. So I should be able to work in coffee and understand the benefits of coffee as far as a sustainable movement, how the farm can really help the community because the land was in the community, the people needed work. So that was my first thing to really understand. Like, here's the way I can give back is by creating jobs, so a man can. I don't have to just give the man fish. I can give him a rod, and teach him how
right.
to fish. So with the whole farming thing and learn, helping themselves, creating jobs and helping me to become a businessman and being able to bring a product to the marketplace, which is Marley Coffee. So it took some time to get it done. I did that with the help of the community and the help of just a lot of great people that would pass through my life to help me create Marley Coffee. And I'm very, very proud of that I was able to build the business the way I thought about business should be, which was ethically farmed beans, sustainable movement, the organic principles, fair wages, all these different things that is a part of this world you know could be able to be a part of my world and still relate to Rastafari, because my business should be how I am, and that's what I did, and I'm happy about it. And I'm happy for my family that that I was able to branch out of music and started to build on our legacy and create these things. And then we moved on from Marley Coffee. We have House of Marley, which is a audio electronics brand of all eco-friendly and sustainable materials, recycled, upcycled materials that we launched that. So it's like Bluetooth speakers, headphones, in-ear buds, a bunch of different things like that. And we also have Marley Natural, which is the cannabis brand that is a family brand. Um, we have
How,
Zion Roots
how many
Spirit.
how many states is that? That's a legal
Yeah,
cannabis.
well, it's I don't know how many states it in, because Marley Natural is more like my sister handles that, and Ziggy, so they know more about
The natural.
the intricate part of that brand than the other brands. I know more about like Marley Coffee, and and if I need to show up for anything, I'm there. But my mainstay is Marley Coffee and House of Marley mainly.
Well,
And now and now my son Nico,
right.
he just started Lion X, which is a wellness Lion X Wellness, which is like which is a CBD brand. He launched that about a week ago, so I'm proud of him to get into the business world, and just thinking about the great things to come for myself as well. And I'm not going to stop doing business. I have some great relationships in Mexico, that we're opening up some beach houses down there with a hotel chain that's also working with my family, the Fives, and we have like a couple of coffee shops. And as well, Marley Coffee is we have a beautiful partnership with Mother Parker. They're in Canada, and they have their license for all of North America, as well as the charity foundation that we work with is called One Plant. So even for House of Marley, every item sold, we try to we try to we're joined up with one, I think it's called One Plant, and we try to like restore all the forestry throughout the world, and where it's like deforestation has been a problem, we try to like help to replenish that. So that's kind of what we do, and we love doing it. And it's
Oh,
right
well,
up our alley, and it's all about growth and generation and building, you know, situations that your children can be able to work in your system and not for someone else, and also utilize the system to grow themselves as well, meaning the education. And one of my daughters, she's going to graduate now as a law school this month. She'll be graduating any day now, law school, and she's gonna get into the field. So what I mean. I have my son Zion. He's a writer. He's writing a comic book about how he sees the world, his views. My daughter Sayla, she's a model and an entrepreneur, just a great human being. So my children are also go-getters and drivers, just like my brothers and sisters, just like my nieces and nephews. They're all go-getters, and that starts from the core family members: Ziggy, Sedella, Stephen, Sharon, Stephanie, myself, Robert, Kimani, Julian, and Damien. That's the core, and everyone looks up to each other, because we are our own fathers. Because we obviously we had to come together as kids, because my dad never left a will. So in 1990 or 89 or 91, we all got together and like we bought our dad's rights back, protected it so no one could just have Bob Marley name on all kinds of shit. Pardon my French. And so we brought sorry about that.
no, it's all right.
Yeah, so we brought that in house, and it took us some time to clean up, because obviously you can't hand control the world of bootleggers. So it took us some time to clean up. So now what we have done is really separated ourselves by creating our own entities now that truly represents the legacy and who we are as a Marley family. You know what I mean? And that's House of Marley, Marley Coffee, Marley Natural, Marley Beverage, those Zion Witchwear, those brands, and the music as well.
And you know, in that vein, I want to introduce your son Nico. He is coming in as the bringing in the backside. Hello, Nico.
How you doing? What's going on? How's everybody? What's up?
What's up, Sonny boy?
Hello, close. How's everybody? How's everything?
All right, we're chilling.
Cool. Yeah.
Thank
you for having me on, man. Thank you. I appreciate that.
Yeah.
Sure. What do you tell us? You guys, like, from what I was watching online, I saw the Sports Illustrated piece, and you guys are kind of twins more than father and son as far as your size, your interest. You know, I mean,
definitely. I'm like his brother, you know.
I saw you guys racing on the beach, and you're both you're both very good.
That's when I was older, though. I'm much younger now.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, we like brothers until it's like I do something and he go, hey, Nico, you know, then it's time, then I gotta, you know, focus back up, and then, you know, so. But yeah, no, I mean, me and my dad, we have a relationship where we, you know, kind of, it's like I look up to him, you know, he's my father, guidance and everything, but you know, he still respects me, and you know, respects all my brothers and sisters, where we can talk on like a, you know, on like a level playing field, and I can express my thoughts and tell him how I really feel, and he'll tell me how I feel. Like he'll tell me how he feels and tell me as like a person, and then he'll be like, God, but you know, but this is what you should do, and then that's when the guidance and the father comes in, you know.
So how did you get into the CBD world, Nico?
But it happened like, it almost happened as in just, I was done playing football, and you know, I kind of fell in myself, and I was like, you know, are you good with what you did on the field? And you know, and then I really thought about it, and I was like, yeah, like, you know, if I kept going, if I kept playing, it wouldn't necessarily be for me, you know, because I was kind of, it's not that I was satisfied or anything, but it was more so like, you know, I proved it to myself I could play on that level. You know, I don't think anybody outworked me. I don't think anybody played better than me. I don't think anybody played harder than me. So me, myself, I was good with moving the game like that. And I was trying to make the people around me understand that. And, you know, and then I went to New York, and my dad, you know, with my dad for like a month or a month and a half or so. And then, you know, kind of like, it was like, yeah, like my family gonna love me if I'm playing football or not. You know, because like that was the gratification when you're playing ball. You know, you get these awards, you do this, that, but your family hits you up. Man, I'm so proud of you. But I'm like, when I figured out my family gonna be proud of me regardless, I was like, all right, cool, I can move on. And boom, I move on. And then it was like I wanted to kind of stay in that. Like when I was thinking about what I should do, I was wanting to stay in that athletic field, and you know, be able to give back to my like my background, my athletic background, and you know, the people I played with. And then I kind of I wanted to tie in the roots, right? So then, you know, just growing up, my father, you know, even my grandfather, he said herb is the healing of a nation. And you see my father, like my father smoked my whole life, you know, and I'm just watching. But anytime he smoked, you know, he'd like, this is medicine, you know. But like seriously though. And then, you know, growing up, I wasn't a smoker, but he would tell us, you know, that's what we wanted to do. And he'd be like, look, if you're gonna smoke, you know, you gotta know why you're smoking, right? For the spiritual, for the body, it's more healing, and it's more getting that higher knowledge. So I always looked at herb as a medicine. So now, you know, you hearing everything about CBD, me taking CBD as in college, I was like, wow, it's almost like it was the perfect mesh for me to get in this field, right? So that's kind of where it started. That's where the idea started. And then it was like, now I need to source I gotta source the right stuff, you know. My dad has Marley coffee, you know, organic, ethically grown, you know, like he was telling you. So it was more so like trying to find that level there, and we put it all together. So that's kind of where it came about it, and the rest is happening now.
When did you launch?
Yeah, we launched April 22nd, Earth Day.
Oh, so just a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, last week. It'll be 2 weeks on Wednesday.
And how's it going? What's the initial reaction so far?
Oh, it's good, man. You know, we love the packaging, love the product. Still a lot of work to be done. You know, we're not there yet. We're still working every day, but the initial response is great, and the support has been even better.
Yeah, well, it takes a while to dial in any business, especially trying to launch a business during a pandemic. Are you seeing a lot of is it challenging?
Well, it's almost like there's challenges, but the feedback I'm getting, I'm helping people. People are happy, so it's like a challenge will come, and then somebody will tell me something great, and then I'll be like, all right, cool, whatever. We move on, move past it. I'm not somebody. I don't look back. I kind of just keep moving forward, and it's not about the problem; it's about the solution, right? So when I'm done playing ball, I was like, all right, I gotta do something next, right? Every day, just a new day. Every day, just all right. If there's still a problem today, we gotta solve it today. So every day you turn that page, you keep writing.
Yeah, it's a beautiful thing. Well, your family is very resilient. They've been through a lot, and it's been amazing. Like me, as a huge Marley fan, to watch how I've seen the effect. I see how everybody listens to it now. And Rohan, you're right. It's because it's on Spotify and it's on Apple Music and it's here. It's like it's so easy to access now. I went on to look at the Marley playlist on there's a best of Bob Marley playlist on Spotify. Is that 800,000 people have this playlist in their collection? It's crazy. How's the music affected your life, Nico?
Oh, the music, it's the soundtrack to my life. You know what I mean? It's almost like any mood, any environment, any place I'm in, any mental space I'm in. That's my first go-to. Before games to get. People listen to whatever they listen to. They might say, "Hey, but I need to stay focused." So that's part of my game day regimen. I'm listening to my grandfather in my ears, my uncle. So that's how it's directly affecting me, and then indirectly, just hearing stories about how it's affected other people and how their life has changed just by listening to the music. Let alone the people that I know that have met my grandfather, have been to one of his shows. So the impact is there, and that's how that really is how it affects me.
How you went to school in Tulane?
I did.
So, what had you been to New Orleans before you started college?
Me and my dad went summer before.
Where's
Oh, for the visit.
Yeah, we went the summer before. We took an unofficial visit, and then it was like, all right, and then like a month, not even a month, maybe like a week, right, or 2 weeks later, that was like, yo, look, we're going to Tulane. I was like, all right, cool. So then we went to Tulane from there.
Yeah, for inside reasons.
For many reasons. Well, we all love New Orleans, but my question is, how did that culture, because the culture is completely different than anything you knew, and you grew up in Miami, right?
Yeah. So the culture is like, to me, I compared it to, because I'm of Caribbean background. My father's Jamaican, my mother is Haitian. So just being around my family in Haiti and Jamaica, it's almost like that, right? That love, it's like just love in New Orleans, right? It's genuine love. People always happy, smiling. Like, what's that? Everybody talks to you. Everybody call you baby. They call you they nephew, like whatever it is, and they'll do anything for you just by meeting you. So it's almost like it gave you that family feel. So I never felt like I wasn't at home in New Orleans. I got all my teammates, their family bringing me in. I was just talking to one of my teammates the other day, and I was like, bro, like that's the first time I didn't spend Thanksgiving at home. I went to my teammate's house in Baton Rouge. We had a game that weekend, and then it was like I was at home, So it's almost that comfortable feel. New Orleans is one of the best places. Like really, when you're talking about people and good human beings, it's a lot of trouble there, but the people there, there's a strong core of people, happy, healthy, nice,
Yeah, and how did you take to the music? Did you like it? I mean, because it's a lot different than reggae.
Bounce music?
No, not bounce. Do you like bounce?
Yeah.
That man talking about jazz, Nico.
Jazz, yeah. Listen, bounce is
that man talking about all these jazz.
No. All the people I knew was listening to Kevin, either Bounce, Kevin Gates, Boosie, currency of them people. You know, so
You don't know nobody like that. You don't know them people.
No, I know about Bounce. I've seen Big Frida. I photographed her before. She's incredible.
Okay.
Okay.
The whole thing is like when you see it, you're like, what the booties, the way they go, it's unbelievable. It's the whole, it's the whole thing. But so you weren't listening to that old New Orleans jazz stuff,
Oh man, you pass by it sometimes.
He don't do Mardi Gras.
Yeah, Mardi Gras.
I ain't even do Mardi Gras though. I went home every Mardi Gras. I went back to Miami.
Well, it is scary. Mardi Gras will scare the hell out of you.
Oh no, I went not like that. I just you know, it was another break.
Yeah.
Right, it was right on spring break. Yeah, because you can't have school when there's Mardi Gras in.
No French quarters.
No French quarters. I wanted Nico has given everybody a little Lion Wellness love today. He's got a code 20 live, gets you 10% off. And go check out the Marley CBD products. That's the link right there at the bottom.
Yeah.
And
nextwellness.com 420 live for 10% off, running through the end of tomorrow.
Great. Well, we hope some people step up there and get some CBDs.
Step it up. Hook that up.
Any charities, Rohan, you want to plug before I let you guys go? Anything?
Well, like we have one plant, you know, we have the one plant there, you know, you go onto houseofmarley.com, you can learn about that charity. It's all that is really the main charity that we work with as a family, you know. And then obviously we have our Jamaican charities. We have Bob Marley Foundation, we have Alacran Foundation, we have the Get a Youth Foundation. That's Jamaica directly helping out the development of youth development in Jamaica. So yeah, those things. So other than that, you know, no, we're good.
Good.
As a foundation, or Garden of Eden Foundation, which you help.
Oh Lord, I can't forget my daughter's foundation. Garden of Eden Foundation. Good Lord. Oh Lord.
And Rohan, you got a baby? You have a little baby now too?
Yeah, a little one. Yeah, little ones. I don't know. About what is 10 months?
Wow.
Yeah, man.
You must be
young
good
and I'm young and firing.
You must be good with those diapers.
Definitely, I'm good at all of it.
Yeah, I know you are. You're the man. Thank you guys so much. I appreciate meeting you.
Thank
Nico.
you, brother.
Thank you, Rohan.
Yeah, man.
Catching up, man. We'll do it again soon and in person.
Yeah, respect, brother.
All
right, Jack. Yeah. Nico, bless you.
Thanks, guys.
Aye.
All right, the Marleys. I mean, you don't get that was hilarious. I just, you know, I love it. I love being able to have my moments and laugh with my friends and catch up. I mean, and it was great to meet his son, Lion X Wellness, right there for your CBD needs. Everybody's in the CBD business. It's a thing. It's a thing that everybody's doing. And I love the Marley family. They've been really ingenious, and he's right. You can't really fight the bootleggers at a certain point. You just have to come up with products that people are going to respect and love. So I kind of love what the Marleys are doing there. Fantastic. It was great talk and pretty funny. The father and son combination. I love that. I want to get a lot more of that on here because there's so many people, the second generation cover it, you know, and the first together, watching together. So I have a couple other friends out there that I'm hitting up to talk with their dads on the air. We're going to change gears here. I'm going to introduce you to one of my friends, one of my cohorts, one of my burner pals, JB, Justin Bolognino. Say hi to JB. Wow, you're red.
It is orange.
It's orange. I like it. I could kind of see your haircut too. It kind of looks very similar to mine. We've got the domes going.
I did it. Yeah, well, speaking of crazy bald men. Wow, to be a fucking Marley. Holy shit.
Crazy
like
bald heads.
That
was crazy. Yeah, I mean, come on. That's the family. That's a legacy, right? I mean, come on.
Unbelievable thinking about all the tentacles that all came from, that one unbelievable human being.
Yeah, and the interesting thing is 8 kids and a 10-month-old and a 30-year-old. I mean, that's crazy. I mean, you have kids. You think you're going to want to keep doing it for decades?
No, I'm set at 3, Jeff. Thank you. I have the same exact setup as you. 2 girls, and then the boy is the youngest.
No, my boy's in the middle, but
he is.
Yeah, I feel you. It's crazy. Yeah, my son's in the middle. He's he's 21 now. Tell you they turn 21 and then they close every bar in the world. Happy birthday. Bar's closed. Tragic. So JB, your expertise in the experiential field, you are a master of creating these large scale experiences where people come in and try to have these visual dome, blow up lights, video screens, music, the whole thing, where you're taking people into another world through their senses. How are you scaling that now in the cyber world? Are you even interested? Are you even trying?
Well, it's interesting because I've spent the last couple of years building a digital platform for what we do, because ultimately I see a huge need for a better interconnective tissue for the whole experience industry, from the physical side, like what's in trouble now, to the digital side, right? And there's digitally focused platforms and there's physically focused platforms, but our sweet spot is in experiences that combine digital and physical. And it always has been my thing always has been using technology to foster human connection. And I'm never going to let go of that. And it's only going to feel more amazing on the other side of this thing, whenever that might be. But we've been building this thing. So I feel kind of prepared. I wish it was ready right now. It's going to be ready in 4 to 6 weeks or so to start taking on some more folks. But we're really excited about the possibilities. It's called Unreality, or UR, right? So you've got AR, VR, MR, XR, IR, all of the R's, right? And so the entire premise of our platform, UR, is to go and collaborate and find resources and rent your physical experiences and license your digital experiences, and be credited and be heard and be seen and be featured, in this world of unreality. I mean, the aproposness of the timing is certainly not lost on me. I think I seem a little less crazy every day naming this thing Unreality. But yeah, so the timing is it's good. It's good. I'm very, very excited. I'm also excited to just focus on one thing for a while. I've always been so trifurcated, doing so many fucking different things. I just turned 40. Thank you. And I think 40 would be good, building one epic, incredible thing that comes from the heart and the mind and, captures this time of need. We're going to need to rebuild the experience economy. And that's the thing I built. Yeah.
Well, it's definitely going to suffer. I mean, I don't see how Missouri thinks they're going to open up and have concerts, but I like the fact that they're going to try. I'd like to get to some kind of new normal. I don't know what that is, and I don't know how we get back there, but we are very clearly prioritizing the almighty dollar over human life. If we're not only human life, but prioritizing the dollar, I think we would have not done the shutdown at all, and just told people to wear a mask and go out there and good luck, but don't shut the economy down, which would have been interesting too. I mean, if you look at the percentage of people that have it now as opposed to don't. But anyway, I digress. Not where my show goes. Yeah, we don't go there.
So yeah, that's
You can go watch CNN. You want to listen to that bullshit, but here we come to get loose and to lose ourselves and lose our minds. Are you losing your mind? I know you're in upstate New York, locked up in a secret studio there.
No, I'm not losing. Some days I give myself 1 day a week to just have a total panic day. I just give it to myself, and it's okay. It's okay to stare at the abyss.
Is that why you shaved your head?
No, I shaved my head just to do it, and
well, also because you probably couldn't get a real haircut, right? So it's like, okay, what am I gonna do?
I actually always cut my own hair. I've cut my own hair for
really?
years. Yep.
Wow.
But no, I wanted a little bit of a rebirth out of it too. We just did this big pitch and it didn't go well, and I couldn't focus on it. My heart wasn't in it, and I really love the idea of just focusing on one thing and building one really special thing. That's mine. Because
I did
Brooklyn Bowl and
you DJing on the quarantine last week.
Oh, that was so fun, Jeff Kravitz. I had so much fun.
You like showing your chops off, huh?
I had so much fun.
Well,
the thing is, that's what I do here. Here, I'll give a little.
Oh yeah, look, we're in the studio. Wow, I'm so jealous.
Yeah, so I can't complain about quarantine at all because this is where I'm stuck.
Yeah. Are you being very creative musically?
Chops. I'm woodshedding.
Well, you got to do it. Is there any charities or anything you're supporting in this time, in this need? What is your call to action?
Well, my call to action has always been and will always be getting artists paid. That's my corporate social responsibility. That's what I've always done. It's what I've always focused on, and making sure that the creators of experiences are getting paid, and that it's not staying all at the top of large conglomerate multinational companies. We try to keep it as independent as possible. Yeah.
Well,
keep up
the good work. I love you so much. Thanks for all your help and support over
Jeffy.
the years.
Of course, man.
I love the Liz and the family, and I really hope we get back to Burning Man. We got to work on some kind of experiential thing this year for the burn. So we got to start, connecting our brains and come up with something really cool. All right.
For the virtual burn?
Yeah, for the virtual burn. Because I think that's what it's going to be. People are going to.
Well, we got to see. Yeah, we got to see what it is. I can't.
Yeah, well, I heard it's going to be in Second Life or something like that, which I don't know how that works anymore. If it works.
Second Life specifically, or a Second Life?
No, in Second Life, I heard, but I don't know. I mean, eventually you're going to charge $50 and put on the Oculus and go in. Don't you think? Yes, has to.
Of course, I think
it's already happening.
It is. So. And there's a shortage of VR headsets right now. Actually, I think they're back on market.
Yeah, I know. I tried to get one, so I don't know. I'm not allowed to buy anything because it's my birthday next week or this weekend coming up.
Oh.
So we got a big day Saturday. I'm actually off. JB, thank you. I love you. Love the family. We'll talk soon. All right. Justin Balling Nino from upstate New York City. I have friends. I got friends all over the place, and I love reaching out to touch. And it was great. Rohan already checked in to make sure it went all right. We had a little internet connection, but I think we got the message across, and the laughs were real and fun. And, that's kind of where I'm going. I really love it when the guests start going and it will just lose themselves and it ends up being like a laugh party because it was really fun watching his son laugh at his dad too. That was really good stuff. Great dynamics. It's what we're trying to do. It's the high level of entertainment we're trying to bring you every day here. 420 Live, 5 days a week. 420. Tomorrow we have the beautiful Alana Campos. If you have not seen her Instagram, you should get on it, guys. There's lots of beautiful pictures on there, and she's going to come on and we're going to find out how Instagram modeling works. And Wednesday, Tom Marshall. Thursday, Portugal the Man. Friday, Jerry Harrison from the Talking Heads. Yeah, I'm going to have some great conversations this week. From Marley to the Talking Heads and Fish in the Middle. That's a sandwich. In Portugal, a man with a little mayo on there. It's probably more like a Dijonnaise on that sandwich. And boom, that's what we got for you. Everybody out there, take care of yourselves. Take care of each other. Hydrate. Make sure you eat right. Not too many sweets. Take care of each other. Medicate. Hug. I wish I was hugging you all right now. Peace, love, happiness for everybody out there. Have a great day. We'll see you here tomorrow, 4:20. You're not going to want to miss that.